I'm Saleem, and welcome to my Bohemian kitchen. Today we're going to be cooking some really interesting things for you. We're going to start off with an unbelievable killer chopped watermelon and pomegranate gazpacho, and then we're going to move on to mustard-encrusted fillet of black pomfret with cheesy potato gratin. Finish off with our pirate's dessert of the day, a pina colada with sort of pineapple caramelized and coconut ice cream.
Today, in my hunt for fresh ingredients, Mapsa Fish Market.
Ah, murga! Kaise do? Wow! Hopefully you guys are going to be following me with this. It's going to be delicious.
I live in Goa and spend part of the year in Ibiza, Spain.
Experimental and passionate cooking really turns me on.
It's every cook's dream to have his own restaurant.
Sublime's my baby. Join me for some wild cooking. To start off, we're going to be starting with this watermelon and pomegranate gazpacho. Now, gazpacho, as you all know, is a cold soup from Spain. Quite a simple soup. Just put all your ingredients into the blender and just blend it. Put it into a bowl, a little bit of bread, spoon, yum, yum. What we're going to do today is we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to mix in some funky fruits. We're going to put watermelon. We're going to put pomegranate, a little bit of olive oil. We're going to kind of separate the elements a little bit. Keep the red on one side and keep the green elements on the other side so we have a little bit of a color contrast. Let's get going. All right, we've got one beautiful watermelon over here. Big mama. Going to cut this up. That should be enough. Make sure you get as much of the green and the white out of here. Try and get as many seeds out as possible. Get on out of here, seeds. Chop these up to a consistency where we can handle them a little bit more. And basically, what we want to do is we want to separate our elements. So we're keeping all the red stuff on one side, all the green and clear stuff on the other. Got a watermelon in here. Boom. We got our red elements over here. We're going to start on our green and clear elements. Let's take this cucumber. Make sure we peel it. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut this in half and remove the seeds. I'm going to spoon out the seeds. Cut that up into a few smaller sizes and put this in that bowl. Now, talking a little bit about gazpacho, I, lucky me, have worked on the great island of Ibiza, which is the party island of the Mediterranean Sea. A lot of girls, a lot of wild nights. We, working in the kitchen over there, we have needed to basically cook staff food always in the kitchen. And it was my day once, and I decided to cook something Spanish, namely gazpacho. I thought that I would create for my kitchen staff in the kitchen a more fruitier version of something that they've grown up with. A little bit of mint. I've chopped up a tiny little bit of coriander as well. So we've got all this green action happening here. Now comes the fun part. We're going to start with the big blender. We're going to add in our watermelon. Along with the watermelon, we're going to put in a tiny little bit of tomato juice. Here is the fruity element, pomegranate juice. Squeeze of lime. There we go. I've got here some hot chili sauce. A couple of drops of this, you don't need much. A little bit of salt, a little bit of crushed pepper, also very important. A little pinch of jeera powder. I think we've got everything in here. We can go ahead and blend. Yeah, it's working. All right, there we go. That's our blended red element of our soup. Now I'm going to put this in the fridge because the colder the soup is, the better. I think I'm going to put it in the deep freezer because I think that's going to chill it down a little bit faster. Now for the green elements. So we've got all of our green stuff over here. We'll take a smaller blender because we don't need such a large blender for our green elements. The green element part acts as a garnish aspect of the soup. It adds sort of a complete different contrast to the red that's predominantly in the dish. Okay, there we go. What we're going to do now is we're going to strain out this liquid out of the green. We're going to use a very fine mesh. And once all that liquid is squeezed out, I'm gonna put that here on my board, okay? Now for the plating. What we're gonna need is a plate bowl is what this is called. I like it because I think it looks really nice. Now we're gonna plate this beautiful little cold soup that we've made and prepared for you. We've got our wonderful flavored gazpacho over there. Here we go. I'm gonna ladle in the gazpacho. This is a great soup because it really has my two favorite colors. Red for love, green for nature. I love red and I love green. We're gonna take 2 spoons and we're gonna make what's called a quenelle, okay? And you kind of put one onto the other, onto the other, onto the other, onto the other. This we're gently going to place on the top of your soup, just like so. So we're gonna add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, a few leaves of coriander for some decoration, and voila. Cold watermelon and pomegranate gazpacho with cucumber, mint, and coriander. I'm so excited, I'm so excited. This is gonna be the best part of the whole day. Having this beautiful chilled cold soup. Gonna take me back to my Ibiza days. Remind me of all those parties, all those girls. Oh. And we're gonna have our first taste. And it is tasting exactly like it should be tasting. It's fruity, it's a tiny little bit spicy. It is absolutely delicious. Try this one at home, it's killer.
Today, my hunt for fresh ingredients, Mapsa Fish Market.
Ah, murga! Kaise tu? Wow. All right, coming up after the break, I want to show you what's in store. Got a fish dish coming up next. Got a beautiful fillet of black pomfret right over here. Gonna prepare this in a real funky new way. We put mustard, a little bit of cornflakes, serve that up with a cheesy potato gratin and a silky smooth white wine cream sauce. So hurry on back. Here we are in Mapsa Market. This is the place in North Goa to get the seafood. I come here every day to try and find my inspiration. Prawns, mussels, fish, clams, it has it all, okay? Let's go ahead and let's see what's available here today. Come on, follow me. Look at these guys. This is Goa, guys. This is Goa. Beautiful, beautiful jumbo prawn. Ah, murga. Kaise tu? Acha hai. Haan? Acha hai. Good to see you, man. Kya milega aaj? What do we got here? Wow, that's a big one, huh? बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन आज के लिए कुछ काला पम्फ्रेट है, काला पम्फ्रेट? Ah, nice one. Black pomfret. Black pomfret. We're gonna use this in the kitchen. We're gonna cook it up for you with sort of a mustard crust and cheesy potato gratin. So let's work on this fish. This is like a nice one. ये लेके जाएगा मुर्गा पोती में डालो, मैं लेके जाएगा मेरे साथ. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. और खुश रहे मंगता. I'll see you tomorrow, हाँ? कल आएगा वापस और मच्छी लेने के लिए. All right, main course time, main course time. Filet of black pomfret, mustard encrusted, cheesy potato gratin, velvet white wine and cream sauce. This is gonna be a beautiful, beautiful dish. It's pretty easy. It's a little bit time consuming in the prep part of it all. But if you kind of get all that stuff prepped earlier, around 4 or 5 o'clock, put everything in the oven, take a nice cold shower, have a cocktail or two before your friends arrive, and boom, just pull everything out of the oven and just set it on a table, people are gonna be very, very happy. I'm gonna walk you right through it now, okay? Let's get going. First things first, filet of black pomfret. All right, we got this beautiful piece of fish over here. 1 egg. Take a fork and just beat that up lightly. Okay, a little bit of flour, otherwise known as maida, all-purpose flour. What I want to do is we can put a little bit of these corn flakes in here. Corn flakes add a kind of a crispy, crunchy dimension. Next thing, we're going to season up our fish to add a little bit of flavor. So a little bit of salt, all right? A little bit of crushed pepper. A little bit in the egg wash. Okay, out of the egg and into the cornflake and maida all-purpose flour mixture. Now what this basically does is it's going to give you one coat. Your fish fillet, the flour and the egg basically seals in the natural juices and the moisture of that piece of fish, okay? A little bit of mustard, a little bit of garlic paste, and a tiny little splash of olive oil. We're gonna mix this up together a little bit. Into the mustard again. There we go. We're gonna kind of dab the mustard so that the whole fish gets covered in this mustard. We're gonna put it back into our flour and cornflake mixture. Now you're probably thinking, why is Chris doing that? Well, the more times you put something into flour or something into egg and flour, you add another coating onto whatever it is that you're marinating. Now this can go into the fridge. Keep that over there. And now we can start with potato gratin. And then we're going to slice these on what's called a mandolin. All right. There we go. Now for our gratin, what we'll need is a baking dish, something like that, okay? A little saucepan or frying pan. What we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of butter, put that in the small frying pan, a little bit of cream, about that much or so. And we've got some unbelievably beautiful English cheddar, your flavors that the potato is actually going to be cooking in. All right? We've got about enough cheese that we need here for this. Add a little bit more. Keep a little bit with you in the container here. We'll sprinkle that on the top of the gratin before it goes into the oven. A little bit of salt, a little bit of crushed pepper. We just want to melt the butter and melt the cheese a little bit. Heat up the cream so that we can use it in our dish. Done. We're going to put these slices of potatoes, maybe 2 or 3 layers worth of potato, and then a spoonful sauce. All right? Some more potatoes. And you're basically building sort of layers with a foundation of cream, butter, and cheese, which is going to be your main flavor of this potato dish. All right, now to finish off this meal over here, all we're going to do is we're going to add some of this cheddar cheese that we have, put a little bit of aluminum foil on it, and get it into the oven. There we go, all right? Let's start with the fish. We're going to put a tiny little bit of butter. Now, butter, for me, helps in adding a lot of flavor, but butter burns really easy. So to make it burn a little slower, we're going to add a little bit of olive oil to that as well. Let's go ahead and grab our fish out from the fridge. Okay, this is what we sort of kept in the marinade for a couple of hours. At the same time, we're going to grab a little saute pan out for our sauce. We don't need a huge saute pan because we're going to be doing just a minimal amount of sauce. Now this sauce that I'm going to create for you is a very, very standard white wine and cream sauce. There we go. Here's our fish. I'm going to kind of just gently place that in there. Now for our white wine cream sauce, we're going to need an onion. We're going to need a little bit of garlic. Garlic. There, we've got our onions, we've got our garlic. Lots and lots of butter, lots and lots of cream, okay? All right, so we've got our butter cooking over here. Now that our butter is hot, add some of this garlic and this onion in here. Okay. Keep checking on your fish. There, we've got a beautiful golden brown color on the outside. I think to this we can add a little bit of salt, a little bit of crushed pepper. We'll get ready for our shot of wine. It's a light shot. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, winey, buttery, kind of onion and garlicky taste. A little bit of cream. Of course, always nice to give it a taste. If you don't taste it as you're going along, you don't really know what you're creating. Oh, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Once it's strained and sort of kept aside, we're just going to spoon it nicely onto our plate-up dish. Take a look at this fish. Always, it's the fattest part of the dish that's going to take the longest amount of time to cook. So that's the part you want to check. Don't worry about messing with the thinner, smaller parts because you know that's already done. It's the fatter parts that we're worried about. And this looks like in about another minute. In the meantime, I'm going to pull out our beautiful potato gratin. Now we've prepared one a little earlier here for you. Absolutely beautiful. I like to use a cookie cutter. I'm going to go down in there like this, and I'm going to pull out. I like to plate everything in the center when I plate. And let's go ahead and kind of pour this into the cup. Squeeze out the juice, squeeze out all the onion and the garlic flavor. All right, what we're doing is we're just gonna ladle, spoon some of this towards the outside. Let's get out this piece of black pomfret. Gently place it on the top there. Sort of cherry tomatoes on there to give it some color. A little bit of green parsley. Lastly, a little drizzle of olive oil. Some chopped pepper on the side. And there we go. Black pomfret fillet with cheesy potato gratin and white wine cream sauce. Oh, I'm gonna attack this fish right now. Rawr. That looks absolutely killer. Beautiful colors. Potato gratin with a beautiful English cheddar cheese that we've got in here. All right, this is for all you guys out there. Just like a cloud. Literally. Unbelievable. Try this at home. You won't be disappointed. Coming up next after the break, we've got coconut ice cream. We've got a little bit of pineapple. We've got some brown sugar and a little bit of dark rum. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Something super easy. A pina colada with sort of pineapple caramelized and coconut ice cream. And you guys are going to be really impressed. All right? So come on back after the break. What we've got next is our pirate dessert. A dessert of rum and coconut and of pineapple. And we're gonna cook it all up and serve it for your viewing pleasure. All right, let's get started. Pineapple. Super yummy tropical fruit, full of vitamin C. sweet, sour, yellow. Cut down the center. Nice, solid slice. We get out the center core, a little bit of brown sugar, gas burner on, frying pan, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna caramelize this pineapple in this frying pan here. Okay, we're gonna add the dark rum. There's gonna be a big bursting flame because all the alcohol is gonna burn off, but the rum flavor is gonna remain and mix up with the pineapple and mix up with the brown sugar. And it's gonna be sweet, almost a spoof on a pina colada cocktail. We're also gonna add to that a little bit of balsamic reduction, which we've cooked a little earlier. This is basically just thick like honey, blackish kind of liquid. Very sweet as well. We're just checking here a little bit on our pineapple. This is exactly what we're looking for right here, okay? See this beautiful brown sort of caramelized color here? If you press a fork in there gently, you'll notice that the top sort of both sides are cooked really well. But the inside is almost still a little bit raw. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the rum in this, and then we'll reduce it with the pineapple and the rum and the brown sugar together, okay? Here we go. A little bit of rum. There's a fireball. We can reduce the heat a little bit, so it'll sort of reduce gently. All these natural flavors are gonna be coming in. Now what's happening over here is the alcohol is burned off, and you've just got sort of the rum flavor. We can shut this off now. This is the liquid at the bottom. This is what's gonna flavor your whole dish, okay? All right, we're gonna get a little plate here for our dessert. Put that over there. I'm gonna take this pineapple, put it in the center of the plate, like so. Cut up maybe a strawberry or two. All right, just kind of drizzle your sauce around the outside. It's very, very powerful sauce. It's got a whole lot of flavor. There's a lot of other things that we're gonna put on here, like the strawberries. Coconut ice cream. Ice cream scoop. If you don't have coconut, vanilla will do just fine, but I suggest coconut because it makes all the difference. Some beautiful balsamic reduction that we've had here. This is also very powerful stuff. Don't need much, just a little bit is enough. And a little bit of mint leaves. They're so cute. I'm gonna put that just gently in the ice cream. There you go. Caramelized pineapple, coconut ice cream with balsamic reduction and dark rum. All right, let's give this a little shot. See what this tastes like. Very, very good. Ice cream, balsamic, all these flavors make all the difference. Let me recap and talk a little bit about what we did today. The watermelon and pomegranate gazpacho, cold soup from Spain, which we kind of flipped around and changed up a little bit. It is absolutely delicious. Secondly, for our main course, we served the mustard-encrusted filet of black pomfret with a cheesy potato gratin, which was unbelievably yummy. Try this at home, you won't be disappointed. And lastly, I've got this beautiful dessert in front of me here. Caramelized pineapple, dark rum, coconut ice cream. And this is basically what food's all about. It's about loving what you do. It's about changing it up. It's about letting the ice cream melt. And it doesn't matter. It's about sort of having this slop and this goo all mixed up in one. And you're just spooning it up. It takes you back to childhood, you know? And this is what it's all about.